G'day and welcome to my garage.
I have to make at least one shaft for this milling machine. The one on the back is a little bit too, it's only just long enough as it is. It's actually, could be another 20 millimeters longer. But that's all I had for shafting at the time. So I can't remember the size of that, but I've cut a 300 mil piece of some scrap steel. I had some rusty old steel. Problem is I can't use the chuck and drill to drill a centre in the end of this shaft. So I've scribed a bit of a centre with the live centre. It's left a mark in the centre of that shaft. I'll just have to do it by eye. At the present moment this is about 19 millimetre shafting, and it's got to come down to 5/8, roughly 16 mil. So I can afford to be a little bit out. That's pretty good. I'll just get a centre drill and a drill. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'm after 625. What have I got? 25, 35, 36. Yep, 36. I've got 5 thou to come off, but I want to be a little bit under 625. Okay, that's 2 thou under. Still 2 thou under. That's good. Okay, I can now take this out and do the same on that end. But now I can put this 16 mil I think the chuck is. So I should be able to get that further into the chuck. I'm just bringing this down to the 0.625. There's a fair bit of flex going on at the moment, a bit of vibration. Very hard to get it. This is about 290 mil on this small machine. It's hard to get it exactly right. I've adjusted the tail stop. It was running true. I had about 1 thou taper over the whole thing. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, I'm aiming for 625 and a little bit under. I'm spot on 625. 1 thou over. 1/4 of a thou under. 1/2 a thou under. Let's see how this fits in the pulley set. It's not far out. That's better. Beautiful fit. Excellent. Where's the other pulley? There's the other pulley. This pulley needs to be massaged a little bit with the file. Especially this side. Oh, stupid. Yeah, this one needs to be massaged a little bit also. Leave it with me.
Drilling for an M6 grub screw.
Okay, oops. I'm cutting this cutout here, notch there, so I can fit a shorter bolt than that, a 5mm bolt into the shaft, and it can become a dog drive. Just to back up the set screw that I'll use in the first pulley. It's amazing these pulleys rely on one set screw. So I thought I'll put a slot in the back and put a 5mm screw into the shaft, and that'll engage with that. So let's go over to the milling machine and we'll perform that task. So I've got to go 6mm up, 8mm across, and 8mm deep. Right, let's try this again. I must have been taking too deep a cut, so I've lined it up again. I've cleaned this first side up, the first millimetre over this way from the cutter. Now I've moved back to centre, I think. That's better. That's a good fit. Looks like it. So it looks like it's going to work. Bit of an extra notch over there, unfortunately. So these things happen. Alright, so that's both of them done. Now I can get on to actually fitting these in. Well, I've got the countershaft frame off the mill. It comes off the back up there. This pulley's got to go on in place of this small one that came off. Big difference. It was supposed to have had a large pulley, 5-inch. That was the original plan from Gingery. In the start of making this milling machine, I wasn't up for making 4-stage pulleys, and I wasn't up for the cost of a 4-stage pulley. They were very expensive and I needed 2 of them, so I bought a wood lathe. The interesting fact about these wood lathe pulleys, they're not the same height. There's a 10mm difference, so the belt alignment was always going to be a problem. Luckily, the counter shaft at this front end was able to float. So every time I changed belt position, that 10mm misalignment was taken up by the front counter shaft moving across. But yeah, why would you put two pulleys in? Everything else is identical, the sizes, but the spacing's different by 10mm. Or the height of these 2 pulleys. Anyhow, that was the old pulleys I used. So, moral to the story: don't buy a wood lathe. The only thing I've got left from that wood lathe after I do this modification will be the switch. The motor burnt out relatively quick. These pulleys were too small, and with a bit of oil running around caused me slipping problems. The size of these 2 pulleys caused me slipping problems. Yeah, not good. But anyhow, they're done with. So, back to this frame. This frame, because of the different size of these pulleys, this frame will not now clear the cutout that this cutout here, so I now have to make new, cut that out. I'll bore 2 30mm holes in there and then cut out in between. With all that metal gone, I'm now going to put a brace across the back. Obviously not this ruler, but I'll put a brace across the back there to strengthen it up. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'll drill these 2 30mm holes out, and I'm off to the drill press, or maybe do it by hand. The drill press may not be able to do it. The belts may slip.